Saber-X Studios presents. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. As you can tell, different setup here. I'm in Kentucky with Kentucky's very own JNap, aka Jordan Napier. Napier. You're not French, are you?
No.
No?
German, actually.
Really?
Yeah, German.
Really? I'm half Swiss.
Oh, very nice. So German, but from, I'm told from the region where like Germany was still like Italy at the time. So I guess I don't know how Napier worked its way in there, but that's my genealogy.
And thanks for that. Well, I'm. It looks like we're in a bedroom because we're actually in JNap's bedroom.
Yeah, we are in the bedroom. Very.
We're gonna give you a tour of the house later. It's an open house.
Hallowed grounds here. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to thank JNap so much because he's housing me and a few other Middle Tennessee homies here for Kentucky's Big Blue Showdown
Big
2.
Blue Showdown, that's right. You know, we're just glad to have you all. You all made the drive from Nashville. That means a ton to us. We're a state that is trying more and more every week, every month to put ourselves on the map more. And it couldn't happen without people like you driving and making the trip, and you and Dr. Copter and Atlas. And, you know, we're just as appreciative as you are. So I'm just glad that it can be a beneficial happening.
Yeah, man, we're really excited about coming out, and I love how guys like you really appreciate, you know, how the community, whether it's like, you know, cross state boundaries or whatever, can sort of join together and really come together, especially in times like these with the whole coronavirus, you know.
Well, I think what would be the best thing for states like, and I know that like Rex Caliber, Noah Latham from Alabama realizes it, and a lot of other TOs, you guys, that like that's how we put ourselves on the map as a region, you know, because we're not tri-state, we're just that heavily densely populated area of, you know, South Florida, Central Florida. You know, this is how we build our scene, and this is how we build relationships, and this is how we put ourselves on the map Smash wise. So like I said, it's really neat. We have people at this tournament from Ohio, Indiana, and Tennessee, and you know, Middle Tennessee and, you know, Knoxville area. So, you know, we're pulling some different regions, and that's what we want to see, because we've had that going on in Kentucky, whereas in Smash 4, it was Louisville, Lexington, Northern Kentucky. That was it. We have scenes in Hazard, Kentucky now, thanks to Nathan Little, Razor. We have scenes in Southern Kentucky, Western Kentucky. It's just really cool to see, so I think that makes me excited going forward.
Yeah, man, and it's really important. You know, people need housing. You know, they can't necessarily afford hotels, or, you know, it's just not working well with their group or whatever, and so people like you really appreciate willing to take us in. And I've actually been, and this is actually my first time, you know, essentially asking for room from someone. Yeah. I've usually been on the other side where I'm like, yeah, sure, come stay at my place.
Well, see, the thing is, what's cool is, you know, I was talking to, you know, my roommate Dylan, has been my friend for years, who's not really like immersed in the Smash scene. He just knows it through me. But like, that was such a odd thing, and people I was talking to at work about it, where it's like that really is just, I think, a grassroots Smash community thing, where like people are like, wow, you're gonna house people? I was like, yeah, that's the thing to do. That's like, we're just glad they're coming to our events. I mean, like, it's literally just scratching each other's backs, and I love that. I love that. As popular as Smash Ultimate is, and as many games or copies as the game has sold, I love that the scene, you know, in some ways, you know, you wish Nintendo would support it more, but you still love those grassroots aspects of it, because I just feel like it just builds like friendships and just camaraderie, and it just makes for like really solid events. I really do.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. Is this your first time housing people?
No. Well, let me think. No, well, from out of state, yes. But people in Kentucky have, you know, housed people like, you know, Brecker, JDB. I remember he's housed like Chicago before, JJ Rockets and players like those, and you know, that it's a thing that the community's pretty well. But yeah, no, you guys are my first I guess tenants for the night, I guess.
Okay.
But no, not
hopefully not long term. Yeah.
No.
We really appreciate it. It's kind of weird because like I said, I've been in your shoes. My first and so far the only person I've housed, even though I've offered it before to people, has been to Kamikaze, an out-of-state person from Georgia. And
we had him at a tournament recently.
yeah, it's been in a different. I'm in a different situation than you because I still live with my parents. I still live at my parents' place, and so it was essentially down to them. You know, like, is it okay if this guy stays at our place? Because I was cool with it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's okay if he stays, and they were like, yeah, sure. And then he ended up being like a super nice guy.
Oh, he is.
And just absolutely like sweet. So it's nice to see that on the other side as well. Like, of course, I tried to be a good host to him, but you've already, like, in the 20 minutes I've been here, you're already trying to like, what do you guys need? Let me get this for you. Like,
Well, you caught me on payday, so like that's I can flex a little bit, but no, I mean, like I said, it's just a mutual happiness to have you all, and we had Kamikaze at a Southern Kentucky tournament. He was great, and to speak to your other thing, it's pretty great when you live with, like, I've been friends with Dylan since like 8th grade, so it's like it wasn't even a thing. I think I shot him a text like 2 days ago and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be housing 3 people from Tennessee. And is that all right?" And he said, "Sounds cool." And that was it. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad to have that luxury, and I'm glad to be able to do that, to help house you guys. And we're you guys have made the trip up north. We're gonna make the trip down south this year, just so keep us plugged in on whatever events you all are having. And we know Kumite is every year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the workings behind that, but I pay attention. I see your all's weekly series up there. You have ESA there now?
We do, yeah. And Dr. Copter this past week just taking the lead over match. We've been the one esports arena in the nation that's had like such a close who's going to take that top spot, and it's still really anybody's game. Even with, I don't know exactly. There might be like closings planned soon with coronavirus going around, so we don't even know what's going to happen with that. Yeah. In fact, I think there's a conference call the Monday after we're recording this where I'm gonna like be hopping in and be like, "Yo, what the heck is happening? What are we doing?" And so it's just a whole lot of information that I'm not sure of yet. And but like we said, our scene as far as esports arena has been going on has been one of the most exciting ones to watch, just because we've had that intense competition between two people. Other states, esports arenas are, they're not close at all. Like whoever's in the top spot, they're guaranteed essentially their spot. But we've been, neck and neck all the way, pretty much the whole time.
Isn't that great to have in your scene? Because for much of Smash 4, you could pretty much, and I'm not saying it was just the way that things shook out with the game. You kind of could pick out like top 6 or 7 who it was going to be on the PR and mix up a little bit. But since Ultimate, it has been, I mean, we have people that just come out of nowhere and burst upon the scene. And our first quarter, we had it was nuts to begin with. We had Chris Wee at 3 or 4 and Ralph Cecil at 3, who like Ralph Cecil was big before, but Chris Wee had never really been on a PR in Smash 4, and the unpredictability makes it, and still to this day, like there's such variance and there's consistency because these people are always still placing at the top, but like you never know like who's gonna edge it out from who. It's so close. It's like the instance you're bringing up, and I just think like, God, that just makes me so excited about these events and this competition. I mean, like tomorrow, like there's just so many people, even within the state, let alone the people coming from out of state, like Dr. Copter, like Mysterica, Gyro, Doorstop. It's just, it's fun. There's not this clear, like, oh, so maybe you could say that about Mysterica, but other than that, it's like all these people are such high-level players.
Yeah.
It just makes it greght. So I'm glad that y'all are having that at ESA.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting, and especially because the future is so unknown right now with all of the like pandemic chaos going on.
What a time, like, all right, what a time to exist just in general, way beyond Smash. But even if you zoom in on Smash, I mean, this has to be, I don't know if anything has impacted the Smash scene in all the years dating back to Melee. This is just completely unprecedented where these events are just being, where the PGR had to come out and say that, like, we might just do one ranking at the end of the year and kind of like suspend. Like, it's just so, it's just odd. I mean, we're wondering right now if our weeklies are going to continue, if it's just so weird.
Well, don't get down just yet, because I've been having an idea with some of the Tennessee TOs, and I've been talking with a few of them. We might try to get a weekly Wi-Fi
Yes, and
endeavor going on.
so there have also been talks about a regional series here, and I don't know when this is going to air, so maybe the coronavirus maybe the pandemic will be
In a few days.
subsided.
This will probably air on the Wednesday after.
Okay. No, okay. No, that's fine. So yeah, so there's gonna be so we already have.
This
some
will be
regional-
airing like 3 years down the line.
Yeah,
Coronavirus is long gone.
Yeah, it'll be a meme by then, or probably sooner than. But we have some regional series that have talked about that were gonna happen next month that are probably gonna go to Wi-Fi, and the weeklies. I didn't mean to like speak to anything. I haven't heard anything as far as I know. They're still gonna happen, but it's just weird to exist in a time in this game's life where it's such an absurd thing that you wouldn't really factor in. Like, just things are up in the air. It's just odd. That's why we know that we're having this event tomorrow, and we know that we just want to go have a hell of a time and just kind of forget about things. Obviously be sanitary, but just forget about things at large. Just go play and have fun and compete.
Well, it's going to be interesting tomorrow because it leaves people in a precarious position, right? Where it might be their last in real life tournament for like quite some time.
For a little bit.
So that's exciting, but a little bit daunting, right?
Yeah.
But
Maybe that extra pressure.
it's going to be a great place to sort of like leave all this like anxiety about the future, just leave it all on the battlefield, really.
Yeah.
Just like sort of going out there, trying your best, and really trying to show everybody what you got. And what better time to do that than like a time like this? Like, if you've got a weekly or another weekly, like, go out with a bang. Try to do as much damage as you can. Okay, that's not coming out right. Don't do that. But definitely like try and do the best you can in forms of like trying to win your tournament. And I know that like that's what's going through my head before going to tomorrow or any tournament. Like, this could be my last tournament for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying like my best to be like, all right, well, I'm about to juice it up. I'm about to go in there and do what I can.
Exactly. But speaking of that, because everything you say I completely get and rings true, but I think it also provides a reason for you to say like, because sometimes pressure, you can just put so much of it in yourself and it can kind of delude things a little bit. I feel like it's also an opportunity like, hey, this is going to be my last tournament in a while. I want to like compete and give it all I got, but make sure I'm having fun. You don't
Yeah.
want your last tournament to be a bad time. You want to be dialed in, but you want to have this like, this is a game and I'm here to compete and have fun. So I feel like if you can strike a healthy balance of that, I think you'll be in a good spot.
Yeah, I think there's different varieties of what I'm talking about. Just going out and trying to have as much of a blast as you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe for you that might be going all hero in bracket or just playing like random secondaries and
hero is fun,
tertiaries, right? All right, let's not get too hasty. but like maybe that's something for you. I don't know. I just know that like I want to try and like feel good when I leave the tournament,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Whatever my last tournament because of this pandemic is, I want to make sure I leave that feeling good. And I think that this one that's coming tomorrow, and a really sigh of relief for me, to be honest, that it's still going on.
That's us as well.
Okay, all right. That's a little disconcerting, but no, I kid. But yeah, I know I'm really excited for it, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to turn out. Of course, when you're watching, it's already going to be over, so this is useless to you. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. We're gonna come back and talk about our musical capabilities and
It's probably not in frame, but have the Washburn bass here. It's one of my mini tools. The rest of them aren't here. But yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that after the break. Hey guys, welcome back to Juice It Up. I'm here with JNap in Kentucky, and last time we checked in, we were talking about how we both have musical backgrounds, and I found that out from you because I looked at your profile picture, and you're playing the bass in it, so I was just curious about how exactly you got into it.
Astute observation. Yeah, so Bad Posture was the name of the group. I played bass for them
What was that? Bad posture?
Bad Posture.
Are you making fun of me right now and my terrible posture?
I came up with that band name right here. Just to, yeah. It was fun. a lot of fun. I actually got to play some shows out. We have some stuff on Spotify. It was really cool, and the way that I came to be as part of that group, like I said, it was a couple songwriters, and they were just looking for someone to play bass, and then eventually drums, which I pulled somebody in for that, and I came to know these people through the Smash community. So Smash really is the great.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How'd that happen?
So one of the main songwriters, the guitarist Brandon Graves, I met him through Smash. He played Sonic in Smash 4. Just like
that's a red flag right there. That's a red flag. Let me tell you right now.
No, he's great. He's great, and it was a lot of fun. It was really cool because I've played guitar since I was, probably like 14, which I'm 26 now, so that's like 12 years. It obviously is something that I love and enjoy very much, and it was really cool to get the opportunity to even just to go to an actual studio to record, to play live shows and get paid for live shows, which we played a few last year. And like I said, while that group's not anymore, I'm still able to play with a group of guys and write and just enjoy.
Writing's so much fun. Writing music is tons of fun.
It is. It's daunting because there's a certain vulnerability to it because you're owning it. You're saying I put this together for better or worse, and once you put it out there, that was probably a nervous part of when we put out music for Bad Posture, was because even though it's not like a huge audience. It was really just here locally and a lot of friends and stuff. But still, you're putting stuff out in public domain that is yours, has your stamp on it, your creative stamp, to be either scrutinized or enjoyed or whatever. There's a certain daunting level to that, but it's really cool. It brings you out of your comfort zone. Same thing if you're playing out live. You're like, these are your songs. This is them, and enjoy them. Validate us. But it's just really fun to be a part of, and I don't, same way that I'm passionate about Smash, I don't really ever see myself wanting to stop playing Smash. Maybe if I get arthritis or something, but I don't ever see myself wanting.
We're a little ways from that.
I don't ever see myself wanting to stop playing or writing music, and that just makes me really happy that I consider myself lucky to have those things that I enjoy that much and are so readily accessible to me. It's a really great thing to have.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. Would you believe that I was the lead singer of a rock band in the 5th grade?
Oh, 5th grade rock band.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You want to know what we were called? I'll give you 3 guesses.
3 guesses. Oh, man.
So our initials were ENF.
ENF. Oh, my God. Okay.
Someone play the Jeopardy music in the background.
Okay, actually, just spoil it for me.
Oh, come on. Okay, we were called the Electric Needlefish.
Electric Needlefish.
Yeah, and we're on YouTube tons of times, so definitely check it out.
Okay, I will check it out. I will check it out. Electric Needlefish and Bad Posture. We got the band names down.
I had way poofier hair, like a bigger fro. I didn't play any instruments. I tried learning the guitar 3 separate times, and it just never had the passion to keep practicing.
There's a wall that you hit, a frustrating wall of where once you get past it, you're good, because I hit that wall 2 or 3 times, and I finally got past it, and I was like, oh, I can do stuff that is kind of cool to me now, and that was motivating for me enough to keep on learning. But
no, it wasn't even that for me. I didn't even get close to that wall. I would be practicing for a week, and then I would go sleep over at a friend's house, and I didn't practice that night because I was at the friend's house, and then I just wouldn't get back in the habit to practice.
You sound like me trying to go to the gym.
You sound like me sounding like you trying to go to the gym. Yeah, exactly. About me. What? I don't understand anymore. Yeah. But we actually wrote our own music too. When we were 5th grade, and we played different battle of the bands and did it live. We actually got a record deal and recorded one.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so it's not distributed out on iTunes or anything, but my mom has it on her iPad, so that's
even
that's
better. That's even more. It's more exclusive. I'm envious, actually.
Yeah, but it's definitely tons of fun. I know you've probably done it more recently, right?
Last year. It was really cool, and like I said, it was, things kind of just had to end, but it wasn't anything like contentious or anything like that. But it was really cool for me to just, I had never been in an actual studio before, like a legit studio recording song. That was really cool. I had never even played on stage before. I think I had gotten the guitar out and played at people's house before, but like not in actual like we're booking you to play on a stage.
Hey,
and
backyard
paying
bashes
you.
count, man.
No,
Let me tell
they
you.
do. They do. I played one of those last year too for a different group of people up in Louisville who I also know through Smash. Smash is really great.
All these
like,
connections, man.
exactly.
All these connections.
I could go on for days about it, but like just musically, I mean, I got to play with 2 different bands because of it, and you know, it's really neat. And last year was a lot of fun. I just to check all those things off that had never thought before. Like even playing on a stage of any type, I was just like, oh god, I'd be so nervous. I wouldn't be able to do it. And no, I get up there and you practice and you're confident in what you do and you love it and you get up there and it's fine. Like it's a lot of fun. I guess I felt I was almost like you can never imagine playing at like a big Smash tournament on stream. I'm like, oh man, I'd be like, oh, so nervous. And then you know, at Cost, the Central Ohio's C tier tournament they have, I got to play MVD on stream, and I got like walloped, but like still, I was like, it's fine. I took a couple cool stocks. So the same way, you always there's more build up to it as far as like the nerves, but then once you get up there, it's like, oh, it's fine. I'm glad I'm glad I'm here.
I love how you keep bringing this back to Smash because
Yeah,
it's really incredible how like both of these like moments have really like intertwined for you, and like both these passions have sort of become like your go-to things.
It's why I talk about Smash as glowingly as I do to anybody who'll listen. My family, my friends. So my job, I'm very thankful for it. It pays the bills. It lets me live pretty comfortably and do these things that I enjoy. But like it's these things that I enjoy that really drive my happiness and really like kind of set the fire.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So I consider myself lucky to that. I know like some people do have that fire in whatever career or job that they do, and that's great too. Like that's phenomenal. But if you don't have that, I feel like it's very vital that you have that in things outside of your job. I feel like you're either a work to live or live to work person, and I'm definitely work to live.
So earlier we talked about how writing music is so much fun, and that being a big part of, well, especially my enjoyment in music, and probably yours too. How do you go about writing a song? Because I have my own like way that I do it, but like everyone does it a little bit differently.
I think it depends on like, so this new like project that I'm part of, I write a little bit as far as like lyrics, which I didn't really write lyrics in that posture. I more wrote parts, but I have, as far as lyric writing goes, it's just an idea or a thought that I'll have, and it'll just strike me in a certain way. And if it does strike me in a certain way, I grab my phone there and I just put that in a note. And I have notes there of different things that I felt. And then like later on, if I get in a spot where I'm able to more aptly like reflect on it, I'll write lyrics about that. And so I guess in that sense, I like if I feel like something inspiring in any way hits me throughout the day, I write it down just so I can go back and revisit it later, because I might be on a phone call at work when it hits me, and then I was like, I can't really do much with it there. Musically, it just
hold up.
Yeah,
I just wanted to stop you and talk about the lyrics part of it. Do you like when you write the lyrics? Do you already have the melody down, or do you already have the parts down, or does it all come together at once? Like, or do you like get the words first and it's more like a poem, then you add that to the music later?
It's almost like a toss up as far as like there are some things where I have what I want to say already out, so I kind of write it out, and then which is the, you know, then I come up, I figure out a melody or something that I have that I can put that to. The preferred way for me, the one that's easier for me personally, is I have a composition, the structure like that I've written on bass or guitar or whatever. I have the melody already. I have the chord structure, and once I have all that, it's easy for me to picture in my mind a vocal melody and then just put words to it. That's the one that I prefer. But sometimes I just have something that I feel is really profound and inspiring that I want to write down, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I got to figure out something to put to this. So it's either or.
That's interesting for me, because I actually, for my senior project in college, I actually recorded and distributed an album, and I wrote like, I wrote around like 14 songs, but I only used like 8 or 9 in the album. And how I did it was the melody came to me first, sometimes with lyrics, sometimes without, and then I would fine tune the melody and the lyrics, and then I would add the music behind that afterward, after the fact, because I'm not.
It's a very layered approach.
I don't really play instruments, so I couldn't like come up with that. I would have to like literally record myself singing what I had in my head, and then I would play that out, and then I would try to find different like ways that the music could back that up, which was strange because I didn't really play any instruments. So like doing that whole thing was different for me. But when I was in the band, the Electric Needlefish, how we wrote music then was they already had a song, because I actually entered the band late. They asked me to join as a singer, but they were already like an instrumental band. So like they had the music, they just needed lyrics to it. So that was weird how I was like, okay, well, let's just try and add lyrics to these songs, completely different than how I ended up writing my songs later on. So like it's kind of interesting to see how you write songs differently and the little intricacies in that.
Yeah, it's fun. And for Bad Posture, which the project I was part of, I was the bassist then, so that was easy. They had the songs written kind of like you said. I just wrote my own part on bass, which is fine because I already have this box that I can kind of fit myself in. Whereas like, when you start writing the composition, like you make the box. You don't have to fit in the box. You're making the box.
Yeah, exactly.
So I really that was less pressure when I was just on bass, because it's just like I said, you just fit in the box. That's all you have to do. But so yeah, I like that there's so many different approaches writing music. I think it affords for more creativity and just more expression. And it's just really neat.
Is there anything else you want to talk about while you're here on the podcast?
Yes. So, Big Blue Showdown, this tournament, I'm just going to do some plugs a little bit. So Big Blue Showdown, happening.
Cut the feed right now.
No. So I know it's happening after this before this will air. But it's returning in June. And then also the other group I'm part of, Bourbon State Gaming, which is, Kentucky's premier tournament series.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're fine. We're having a regional in Lexington, May 9th. All things considering, things have calmed down by then. And we would love, I know there's a lot of Middle Tennessee that's going to watch this. Tennessee, we would love to have you guys down. Like it's just, we pay attention to your all scene. We like I said, we look at these ESA brackets. We're aware of the noise that y'all are making. We see Dr. Copter at Frostbite. We're paying attention. It's really neat. And like I said, trying to build and grow our scene not only as a state but just as a region. Just put kind of like I know Kentucky's in that weird place where like, are we Midwest? Are we Southern? Well, I mean we're willing to Southern up with Tennessee and Alabama and all you guys just. So if you guys have schedules free in May 9th, and then I can't give you the exact June date, but look out for it. We would love to have you all down, and I'd love seeing you and playing with you.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be $500.
Give me the housing. That's the deal.
You're right. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much again for coming on the podcast. Enjoyed having you here.
Thank you.
Where can we find you on social media?
Okay. Twitter is at JNap593. Facebook, Jordan Napier, if you want to send me a friend. But, I don't know why you would want to do that, but
that's how I found you first.
Yeah, exactly. And my Twitch stream, I'm going to be firing back up.
That's gonna be more money, man. I don't know about that.
JNap93, if you want to drop a follow. I haven't streamed in a couple months, but I'm gonna get that going here soon. That's a lot of fun. I was able to get Twitch affiliate last year, which was a really fun journey.
Awesome,
really,
dude.
I just owe to my friends. So yeah, just you can find me there, and I'm glad to have you following me.
Well, thanks for choosing to juice it up, Jordan.
Yep,
have a good one, man.
Hey, you too.
Hey guys, thanks for choosing to juice it up with me. You can probably tell I'm in a bit of a different, setup than what I used to have, but that's okay. That's one of the many reasons that I sort of stopped posting content, but no worries, because content is on the way now, including some more juice it ups that are in the works coming out in the near future, so stay tuned for that. JNap, since recording this video actually, is in a new band called Naptaker, and they recently released their first single, Kia Rio. I'll put a link for that in the description down below, so if you're interested, make sure to check that out. And a big thanks you guys for staying with me. I'm going to be start streaming on Twitch Tuesday from 2 to 5, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we're starting with Paper Mario, the Origami King. Gonna try and relive the Paper Mario days of yore, so I can't wait for that either. Appreciate you guys sticking around, and until next time, juice it up.